see LA win another thing. I don't need to see Boston win another thing.
I'm not saying they can win it. I just think it'd be cool if they were there because
it's your prerogative. You can cheer for whoever you want to cheer for. I'm just telling you.
If it's Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves and he's just running his mouth to the Knicks fans the whole time.
Yeah, sign me up for an Anthony Edwards. Like, let's get him in the finals. Let's see what happens with him. That's my guy. What do you got for us tonight?
So do you want me to just run through this?
I can't wait.
One story at a time.
No, let's just unveil the triple pack of Bill stories, and we'll unpack as we go.
So in an article put out by Max Mayer of The Athletic, all the news surrounding Bill, whether it's on the field or off the field with interviews, is getting the attention of bettors as well. Hal Eglund, who is, I know I said that wrong and I'm sorry.
Just if you just a little live coaching on the fly. If you say it with confidence. You can never be wrong if you say it confidently.
He is a trading manager at BetMGM and said in an interview, bettors are locked into UNC offseason drama. Before recent interviews and news, BetMGM was taking a majority of bets on the UNC's win total over, but has seen a sharp decline since then, with almost every ticket on the under now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which is 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, this is not financial advice.
It's gambling advice.
Under.
Hammer.
What does their schedule look like?
Doesn't matter. It feels like because
we've talked so much North Carolina football.
I know.
More than we will ever talk about them when we actually get into the season.
Well, this is the Billy B college football pulse.
TCU to open up the season. They give them the Monday night game.
Night game in Keenan.
Okay.
Loss.
I don't know. Was Keenan their stadium?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. They got Charlotte
we know Jordan Hudson's name though.
Yeah, an in-state derby for them coming up second weekend of the year.
It'll be the Jordan Hudson Stadium before we know it.
Yeah, Richmond third game of the year.
Loss.
At Scotty Frost.
Loss.
UCF home against Clemson. It's probably going to be an L there. Devin Brown on the road at Cal this year. Virginia at home. Syracuse on the road. Syracuse I think is going to be pretty all right this year again. Fran Brown, I like what he's doing over there. Stanford, that's a win. At Wake, I don't know. The classic rivalry game between Duke and then you end the season with NC State. There's 6 losses on here.
That looks like 4 and 8 to me.
If you're committing to Charlotte as a loss.
I mean, it has felt at times, Beamer, like you're walking up to the edge and saying you don't think Bill Belichick is going to coach a game.
I think he's going to coach a game.
Okay.
I'm just saying it would be really funny if he didn't. It would be pretty on brand. And I think Bill Belichick is committed to the football team. Now, he obviously has this stuff going on with his personal relationship, which has
consumed his life.
Which has devolved into, because he's never done that before. Like, we didn't know anything about him other than his boat, 6 rings. Like, he would go to media pressers. Had a good day today. Yep. Okay, we're on to Cincinnati. Like, he would just do that whole song and dance. So we've never had anything personal with Bill. This has all come out. It's been so fascinating. I don't see it going the way that Carolina thinks it does, but maybe this is a great ruse and his football team's going to be really good.
I read this story earlier today, and I immediately sent it to you, too, because the Pulse has been overtaken by my fascination with Bill Belichick. And I mean, I'm not really that interested in Jordan Hudson, to be honest with you, but I am so confused about what has happened to one of the most structured and successful coaches in the history of any sport, any American sport.
Yeah, ever.
Like this, I've watched him operate for my entire life. And it was like, how has he done this? It's amazing. Well, because you remove your personality and your selfishness and you're dedicated to the team above all else, and you show up and you hit the sign and you do your job. That's not this guy anymore.
It's party time now.
He's cutting it loose.
And that wasn't the only story rhyme time, because the good folks down there in Chapel Hill seem to have bought into his program, right? Stadium sales are through the roof.
Yeah, some good news there. They're sold out all of their season tickets that they had, 20,000 tickets available for season tickets, and sold out all of them. So
I don't blame the fans down there. I don't blame the fans down there for being excited. You have Bill Belichick as your head coach.
Got to have something to do before basketball season, right?
We've had a wacky offseason for sure, but still at the end of the day, like, Bill Belichick will be running out of the tunnel maybe week number 1 in front of 50,000 fans or however many fans their stadium.
With Jordan Hudson right by his side.
No chance.
100%.
There is 0% chance that she is going to be on the sideline for that game. She can't be.
She's going to be on the
No.
side.
Is she going to be
way.
on the sidelines, or is she going to be like up in a press box?
There
somewhere?
is no chance. No chance that happens.
She's going to have a clipboard and everything, like covering her mouth.
She the one running out the North Carolina flag.
I mean,
Be
in the
awesome.
last couple minutes in the horseshoe, Nina comes down to the field.
Yes, but she is not. This had the kind of offseason that Jordan Hudson has had with North Carolina.
Let me apologize right now, immediately, to Nina Day for
Nina, we're
even
sorry.
mentioning her name during a
do
Jordan
that.
Hudson segment. I am so sorry.
Don't do that.
Because she is the exact representative that you want, and also know that she hates being called the first lady of Ohio State football. So I won't do that either because I'll have to apologize twice. Mm-hmm. But like, she's exactly what you want. She's not out there ever trying to make news. Jordan Hudson is the anti-Nina Day.
Yeah, she is. Do we have one more story from them today?
There is one more.
There's more.
Okay.
But wait, there's more.
So next in an article put out by Catherine Rossman of the New York Times that's titled "Bill Belichick was always in control. Then he met his girlfriend Jordan Hudson." She reports that Jordan Hudson has told at least one person that her and Bill are engaged and plan to get married. She was also part of the reason the HBO show on UNC football was canceled, as she demanded partial ownership.
Bill just said there was no HBO Hard Knocks. That can't be right. All right, sorry, Reimer.
She wanted partial ownership of the show, so NFL Films pulled the plug.
I wonder why they did that.
So wait, NFL Films didn't feel the need to be in business with a 24-year-old who is competing in the Miss Maine pageant? That's strange. That feels like a
surprising.
natural partnership to me.
It wouldn't surprise me if they were engaged, though.
Well, I mean, TMZ said that there's a ring. So.
Did they? Is that confirmed?
I don't know. It's TMZ.
Higher likelihood that wedding actually happens, or he finishes a full season at North Carolina. I've been staunch on this. I think that they're two crazy kids in love, and like that relationship's going to last for forever.
How can you argue it?
Bill's sticking with her, man.
When you snag a
Sticking
mermaid,
up for her and everything.
Of course, that's a knight in shining armor if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely.
think about Prince Eric when he found his mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Was he
It's
going
been
to
a while since I've seen this.
Was
You're
he
gonna
going to
have
let
rattle
Ariel
my brain.
go without a fight? No, he fought a sea witch to the death.
Who's the sea witch at North Carolina for Bill to fight?
Bubba Cunningham.
Is that it? That's him?
He's standing in the way of true love. And he can either go to Michigan State and take the athletic director job, or he can get harpooned by Bill Belichick, America's fisherman.
Well, I think Carolina fans, and you can answer this question, Rhyme Time, if you would rather have Bubba Cunningham or Bill Belichick, if that's a fight, like which one are you picking in that battle?
Well, North Carolina got in the tournament this year thanks to Bubba Cunningham, so.
Well, that is true. That fix was in for
that
them.
man earned his paycheck.
Yeah, so.
Did everything he could. He was not scared to be great. So you're harpooning Bill then?
Yep.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It's been a basketball school forever. We're not putting the limelight on football anymore.
They're just taking it.
I know. I don't like it.
All right,
Tired of it.
We're done talking North Carolina. That's going to be it.
Nah.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be back.
At this very time. You're just going to come in, join us for the Pulse for Belichick, and then we're going to be done.
That's the only segment I care about.
We'll do a little spring rewind Buckeyes edition with the wide receiver group next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models? Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter, he'll be there quick.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,500 off BX23S tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Visit BuckeyeKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, community banking is the lifeblood of the American financial system, building strong, lasting relationships. We're just better able to help guide you down life's road. Flexibility is paramount to success. Community banking is alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Fan is headed to the Memorial. Are you ready for 30 hours of live coverage? Oh, it's true, baby.
Sponsored by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. TheWaterworks.com.
The best Memorial coverage, The Fan.
Soy has been keeping secrets, and it's ready to share. Soybeans are among the most versatile agricultural products. They are used in creative ways you may have never realized to make products we all love and use every day. Ohio is leading the way, developing new uses for soybeans to support our changing world. Soy low-key slays, and I'm here for it. Learn more about soybeans at soysecrets.org. This ad brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, breezy, and temperatures in the low 60s, and scattered showers and a few storms on this Tuesday. As we go through the night, temperatures down to around 60 degrees into your Wednesday morning, and during the day Wednesday, more clouds, scattered showers, and a few storms, especially late in the day into Wednesday evening. High temperatures around 70 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
It's time for your daily dose of vitamin B. B stands for Buckeyes, just in case that wasn't clear. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
And we're on The Buckeye Show, brought to you by our great friends over at Coors Light. You know, when those mountains are blue, that can mean one thing and one thing only, that they are frosty cold.
Just double checking in that bucket if those mountains are blue. I think they're ready for you.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cold in this radio station, so I know the mountains are blue on the bucket in front of us.
I think it's cool activation on the bucket too.
Anything better than just a nice cold bucket of beer? I love getting a bucket.
Anything better?
Yeah.
It's on the short list for sure.
When's the last time you've had a shower beer?
Oh, gosh. It's been too long. I can't, off the top of my head, it had to have been a golf trip.
It was.
it definitely was. It was last year at Pinehurst.
Okay, so it wasn't that long ago. Mine came a few weeks ago. I was out doing yard work, was laying down some mulch. If you were actually watching on the show tonight, I got pretty banged up by some tall grass in our backyards that I was chopping down. You can't really see it anymore. The scarring has healed pretty nicely. But I got it like a mini axe, and I was like chopping through the grass because the shovel just wasn't cutting it.
Wow.
And so I was getting all cut up, and we got a bunch of bugs and spiders in there. And Meredith's looking at me. She's like, "What's wrong with you? Your arms are all cut up." I'm like, "Yeah, I was fighting that grass for a half an hour trying to get it out of the earth." And it's like tall, ornate grass, So it was like a 40-pound lump of sod and grass that I'm taking out here. I'd mowed the grass. I'd done some edging. I'd done some weed whacking. I was out there for a couple hours, and it was like a warmer day that we had. So I was like drenched in sweat. So I grabbed a beer, went to the shower with the beer, and had it. It was great. It was like post-mow plus shower beer.
Wow.
It was pretty world class.
That's pure man strength right there.
Yeah. I think when people see me, that's what they say. That guy over there.
That guy gets it.
Oh, man.
100% masculinity.
I am still a boy.
Off the charts.
I'm still a boy.
If we could just get a beard on that guy.
Oh, watch out.
It would be broken.
Paul Bunyan, your throne is getting come for, all right?
He's
going to knock you off your perch.
Ooh, that chump?
You and your blue ox.
Paul Bunyan.
What's he got?
Clown.
I can see him take down a 30-pound tall grass in his backyard.
Couldn't.
Fighting spiders and other things.
Wouldn't even try.
And I might have said, at a couple of times.
Oh, well, never mind. I take it back.
Yeah, no, Paul Bunyan's
the meter just went the other way.
Little spring rewind wide receivers edition, Austin. Last night we did tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the receiver room, headlined by one Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, so spring rewind. I didn't want to waste anybody's time, and I definitely don't want to waste yours. So Ohio State's wide receivers are going to be really, really, really good.
I would say that they're the best position group on the team.
I think that they're the best position group in America.
I would have zero
and I would love
arguments about that.
I don't know how anyone could argue against it. I would love, actually, it's like there's not another group in the Big Ten that would even come close. So I was going to say in Vegas at Media Days, maybe I'd go around and ask, folks that cover other teams, like, what position group do you think would even come close to Ohio State's wide receivers, and see what they would say.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anyone, especially within the Big Ten, would contest at all. So maybe LSU would, they seem to have it in their mind that they can go wide receiver for wide receiver with the Buckeyes, and they've been very good. Not questioning that. Are they at the exact same level as what the Buckeyes and Brian Hartline have built and what they have right now, especially with Jeremiah Smith anchoring it? I would have to say, no, that's impossible.
So don't forget that Carnell Tate is on the team either, all right? Let's not forget that.
And that's the point. When I'm talking about this being the best position group in America, it's not because they just have the best player. I don't think we can say that about Ohio State at safety, despite what you might think about Malik Hartford coming along, Jalen McClain. Just because you have Caleb Downs does not automatically make that the best overall position group. Where
he made me the best safety and defensive player in the country.
Makes him very good. Gives you a head start, puts you in the conversation. But until those other guys prove it, and then you have the depth to supplement, then I don't think you can make the cane. Because we're talking about a very heady, accolade here. Best position group anywhere on the football field.
Best room in the country
in America.
Of any team.
Yeah, and so that's what we're talking about. That's why I would say, even if you have just one good player or two good players, that's not going to be enough, especially if you're talking about a room that Brian Hartline, Ryan Day have built, where every single person in there is at least a 4-star or the dropped off from an alien planet. And Jeremiah Smith is the head of that snake, but Carnell Tate is also a first-round draft pick at this time next year. Brandon Inniss is often overlooked.
And he has a lot of potential this year.
He was the number one wide receiver in the country in the recruiting class before Jeremiah Smith, and he's had to wait his turn. He's done that very selflessly, been impressed. Brandon Inniss was on the leadership committee a year ago. Mm-hmm. No one in there will question what he does in the weight room, the way he works. the potential once he gets rolling. He was a little bit behind schedule because he was in a tougher spot where he didn't get to enroll early as much as he wanted to. And I'm not making any excuses for that, but there's a real difference when you get that opportunity and how much that can progress your career in a hurry.
Yep.
So he was playing from behind a little bit as a true freshman, Brandon Ennis was, and then Emeka Ibuka comes back, and he's got the role. He's got the leadership role, and he's got the productivity role on the field that Brandon Ennis wants. And I think he can take that. Now, that's just the top three. Then you have Mylan Graham, who on any other program in the country, they would be doing backflips, and this would be their number one guy. He's going to be awesome. You have Bryson Rogers, dipped into the portal, came back out. Oh, I got it pretty good here, getting developed at Ohio State and competing for championships. He can do some things that are truly special. And when I talk, like, okay, now I've named five.
Five pretty good ones.
If Quincy Porter was on any other team in America and he had the kind of spring that he had for Ohio State, he got his black stripe off on Student Appreciation Day as a true freshman. That is what? That was 11 days in.
What did Jeremiah get his off in, like 6?
They hemmed and hawed a little bit. They could have taken it off before the first practice, but they
Iron Buckeye as a true freshman.
Only true freshman to ever earn Iron Buckeye status. So, and I thought that was even a little bit, well, can't we tap the brakes here? No, we're going all the way to the floor with this.
I said, Austin, you don't get it.
No, and I said, you're wrong. You're a dummy.
And then you watched him play and you said, you know what? I understand.
I got it for sure. And again, like, no one should have to be held up necessarily to the J.J. Smith standard, but
hey, the standard is the standard, though.
He's one of one.
Yeah, he's an alien. He's a freakazoid.
And so when I was having this conversation with Berm, the talk was because I shifted it to Quincy Porter and what I thought were some really impressive practices, and because Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate did not need to take every single rep throughout spring, you saw opportunities there, not just for Brandon Ennis, who I'm not sure he really needed him either, but Mylan Graham and Quincy Porter are out there getting a lot of run, getting some balls thrown their way that maybe they wouldn't have in a normal spring. And it was like, that's part of it. You see them doing a lot because Brian Hartline has the benefit of maybe ramping up their progression in spring. And everything they did, every ball that was thrown their way was like, I mean, especially Mylan Graham, but Quincy Porter was making some catches. He was just jaw-dropping. And I looked at him at one point, I was like, how is he a true freshman? Like,
yeah. You don't look like you just got here.
He, whatever he is, 6'3", 6'4", also already over 200 pounds, like physically ready to go. If you dropped him on 134 other rosters, every bit of media coverage coming out of those camps would be, Quincy Porter is the next Jeremiah Smith. He's going to be dominant. He's going to play right away for this team or that team. And he probably won't need to play at all this year, just like Mylan Graham didn't last year. So that was the conversation where I think, Berm was coming from this, and we're going to talk to him in the next segment. It's like, well, do you think that maybe people will put more pressure on someone like Quincy Porter because now you've seen what happens if you trust a true freshman like Jeremiah Smith to go out and do it? And I said,
no.
I said it helps. It'll, like, if somebody gets expectations out of whack, you only have to look at Mylan Graham. Like, he's special too. That doesn't mean he was the kind of special that Jeremiah Smith was, that he could go out and immediately dominate from day one.
I don't mean to understate this, but I don't know how Brian Hartline continues to do this.
How does he keep getting away with it?
It's not even that. We have just been so lucky here for the last handful of years. And I know we talked about the 2019 team earlier. You can always go back and listen to the podcast. And Austin thinks alternate reality.
I know it.
They play LSU in the national championship game. If they don't have that game ripped away from them by the refs, that they blow LSU out of the water. I mean, you go back and look at that team, you're like, okay, you have Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. And then you go into the COVID years, and you're like, where did this Marvin Harrison kid come from? And Jackson Smith and Jigba having 700 yards out in the Rose Bowl. Like, man, he's going to be pretty good. And then it's just been, every year has been accelerated expectations for this group. And I don't feel like we are wrong in doing that. Like, that's what I mean. It's crazy. It's absolute lunacy that we do that every year. But then you actually start looking at the guys and the production level. You're like, oh, it's not that crazy to expect that this year's wide receiver room is going to be better than last.
And you didn't even mention the all-time leading receiver when you were just listing those names that came through in COVID.
That is correct.
Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah, didn't even mention Emeka. Didn't even mention that guy.
There's
like,
good
it doesn't make sense.
There's famous photos of like the wide receiver bench, but you don't even know what year it is. It's like 2017, 2018, 2019. Every single year, like the names change and the numbers might change slightly, but it's like, well, which remarkable wide receiver group was this? I see 5 first-round picks. I don't know what year. That was 2019. Okay. I thought it was 2022. I don't know. Marvin's down there somewhere. Could have been any year. I don't know. I guess there's only 3 years we could have picked from. But at some point, there will be a regression. I don't want to end it on a down note. But
ain't happening this year.
If Jeremiah Smith is 1-1, then like by 2027, they might have to take a slight step back.
Nah.
So that's the challenge to Brian Hartline. If you're so good that you can recruit Mars at this level,
go recruit Jupiter.
I mean, you're going to have to go further now. What planet has the next Jeremiah Smith? Go find him.
Saturn.
They ball there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Brian Hartline with wide receivers is like Matt Painter with 7-footers times 100.
He seems to actually know how to win with them.
Yes, and
win
at a very high
times
rate.
100.
It's like he's just he's recruiting the Monstars. That's what it is. If we're going with outer space, like realm,
Infinity Stones, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Pick your analogy.
It doesn't make sense. Whatever analogy you're going to use, it's not good enough because they're better than what you expect them to be, and you expect them to be the best in the country. Berm, he's had a hell of a day. He joins us here in 2 minutes. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen.
That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway.
And just 89 cents for any size with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The only radio show that bleeds scarlet and gray. This is the Buckeye Show.
Right now, we're heading out to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline, checking with one half of the dynamic duo of Austin and Berm. He happens to be Berm. Berm, how you doing? Sounds like you've had a pretty rough day. You all right?
Well, yeah, it's fine. You know, life comes at you pretty fast up here in the mean streets of Northwest Ohio.
Wait a minute. That's not where your street is.
Well, Southeast Michigan, whatever.
Whatever you want to say. It's fine. What has transpired with you today? I mean, the only glimpse that I've had into your life today is what you tweeted. So your hot water broke, then your dishwasher broke, and then your well went dry. How did all of those converge into a once-in-a-lifetime event?
I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm just going to keep my head down and keep plugging away, Beamer. That's all you can do.
I was talking to you earlier, and the last part of that about the well running dry, I had so many questions. I didn't want to belabor the point. We had work to do. Is that a very common thing up there? You have to have wells?
Well, you don't have to, but if you do, then you don't have to have water bills and stuff like that. But, we've been in this house for a while, and there's a quarry down the road, and there's a lot of constant drilling, and a lot of people in the neighborhood apparently have had their well go dry in the last couple of years. And we're just next on the list. So there's only so much you can do, and then eventually you got to tap into the city water.
Do you think the city was doing this on purpose to you?
Probably. I mean, I'm not gonna suggest anything different. I mean, I'm also not going to be bitter about it. I mean, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Berm, great analogy, by the way. You know a lot about recruits around the country. You talk to a lot of them. You do a good job in doing that. You know more high school football players than you'll forget more than I'll ever remember in my life. Coming out of high school, what could you tell me about Eli Brickhandler? Could you tell me anything about him?
I could not. I know he's from California originally. I know he's actually played professional football, I think, in Hungary or something.
Oh, yeah.
A very
good league over there.
Very strange path to becoming a scholarship quarterback at Ohio State, but that's what he is as of today. So he went from North Carolina A&T to Houston Baptist to the professional league in Hungary, and they must not pay well over there because I don't know how you get around amateurism laws or rules, but then again, those don't matter anymore. And so he's the guy, right? He's number 4 on the depth chart now for the Buckeyes, and he's 6'2", 195 pounds. He's never been a full-time starter that I can find. But it's hard to find somebody to voluntarily walk into that situation right now and say, hey, let me play at Ohio State just to put on the jersey without any real chance of participating, because the Buckeyes have a battle with Julian Sayin and Lincoln Kienholz, and then Tavian St. Clair is behind them. And you're looking for a warm body, somebody who can come in, learn the offense, help teach Tavian St. Clair a little bit. And that's what Eli Brickhandler is going to be.
I'm always maybe overly enamored by these guys, Berm, because it's such a fascinating decision that they have to make. Like, you have to decide at some point in your career if you want to take this offer from Ohio State, which we're talking about the likes of Tristan Gebbia or Gunnar Hoke or Chris Chuganoff. Like, you're not coming to be a starter. You're not even necessarily coming to even compete to be the backup. But they're so important for the room. And Ryan Day has said over and over and over, you got to have 4 scholarship quarterbacks. And that 4th one is not necessarily going to play on Saturdays for the Buckeyes, but it becomes a very important position. And I'm always intrigued by how Ryan Day manages to find these guys.
It is a wide search. I talked to some people today about what the heck, how do you find this guy? And said, hey, we tried to find other people that would be interested in this opportunity, and it was not easy. And now you have a guy that understands his role, which is very important. Because as you said, like, Ryan Day wants this. And so when you get a guy that's willing to come in and just shut up, listen, learn, help teach. And again, that was really important for Tristan Gebbia. That was really important for Chris Chuganoff when he backed up Justin Fields in 2019. It is a valuable role because the other 2 guys, Julian Sayin and Lincoln Kienholz, are going to be out there competing against each other, trying to win a job. That's really where Ohio State, the focus for Ryan Day and Billy Fessler has to be. So by the time July and August come around, a guy like Eli Brickhandler is going to be there to help drag Tavian St. Clair along.
He is Berm with us here on the Bright.
I keep calling him Brickholder.
Earlier he kept calling him Brickholder, so he's trying to get there.
Hey, all it counts is the effort, all right?
I just don't even know. I know that, like, when you're, like, if you're a cobbler, your last name is whatever. Like, I just want to know the lineage. I'm exceptionally curious to just know everything about this kid.
If you're a cobbler, your last name is whatever?
Yeah, whatever. What are they called? A shoemaker? Oh, shoemaker. Yeah.
Brick handlers.
Last week he was dropping all kinds of wisdom on us.
Yeah, he's doing the same today.
You guys got to understand, I'm being dumbed down watching this absolutely horrible Reds and Pirates game right now. So.
Yeah, it's bottom of the 4th, 0-0. We'll get to that riveting game coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock. So that's what we're going to live after you. I just want to know, so we know that Ohio State has a great pipeline to Australia for specialists. Do you see this as becoming the new pipeline to Ohio State out of Győr, Hungary? Because I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. It's a town of 250,000 people. So, I mean, it's not
I hope so.
very small. And if it does become a pipeline, do you anticipate a road trip over there at any time soon?
I mean, I hope so. My family lineage is very strongly Hungarian. So,
what was their name? What was their occupation?
I believe it was Birmingham. I believe they burned hams.
Is that what they did? Is that accurate, or are you just lying?
No, I have no idea where my last name comes from, but I do know that my family is very strongly Hungarian, and I would not mind going over there and sampling some actual paprikash, you know?
Oh, well, it sounds like we all have some goals that we can obtain. On the Austin and Berm show for Wednesday, we talked with Jordan Woods. He's going to be here in 9 days, Berm?
Yeah.
Impressive kid. What did you think about our conversation with him?
I think that it's just sometimes we forget about the kids who aren't on campus, especially in this era of college football where everyone seems to enroll early. And when a kid doesn't enroll early, they're sort of lost in the shuffle and then basically forgotten about until next year. And I thought it was a really good final conversation with Jordan before he gets to campus, a kid who's got a lot to prove to himself and a chip on his shoulder about his national ranking, despite the fact that he acknowledged in our conversation, hey, a year ago he was playing JV football as a junior in high school at Cartersville High School in Georgia before finding his way into the eyesight of Tim Walton, who was enamored with his length and his athleticism. And I thought he was really mature, a kid who said he didn't want to enroll early because he had a wrist surgery that would have hampered him in Columbus, and he felt like it would have given a bad first impression if he came to campus and wasn't able to go full speed and wasn't able to do all the things other guys were. So I think it's a really smart, really, really mature kid, and it's what we've come to expect from the Ohio State roster. They're just full of really well-reasoned kids and players that have a lot of upside on and off the field.
Hey, Berm, we were going over this a little bit earlier, and it was our fan poll today. Of Ohio State's football 3 national championship teams this century, which one do you think was the best, 02-14 or this past year?
See, I'm a little bit on the fence here because I think I would pick the 2002 team to win a game between them all. But I think that the 2024 team is more talented, despite the fact that the 2002 team had like 80 NFL players on it somehow. So, but it wasn't. It didn't feel like they were the high-level football players that we think Ohio State had this past year. So I don't know. I mean, I think, and then ironically, I think maybe the highest end talent of that group was the young guys, the sophomores in the 2014 team. So I think it's actually a really good debate. I think I would pick the 2024 team maybe because of the defense and what they were able to do, how versatile they were, Caleb Downs, and then you have Jeremiah Smith. So maybe like two of the best overall players on this recent team. So I think it's a really fun conversation. I think the bigger, I was having a conversation over at the BuckeyeHuddle.com message boards about which team between 98, 2015, 2019 that didn't win a national championship was the one that hurt the most, which one was the biggest letdown. And I think that there's some interesting conversations there too.
Austin said, alternate reality, 2019 team, if they play LSU in that title game, win by 30 points.
Well, that's not true. I think they win by 10 or so. But, Austin wasn't around in the late 90s in Ohio, so he doesn't really have any idea how good the 98 team was. So that one, the loss to Michigan State in 1998 is only rivaled by the loss to Michigan State in 2015 as far as just like what in the hell just happened type of losses. But 2019, that loss to LSU, that loss to Clemson was such just an aberration because of how many things had to go wrong for it to happen. But I think I agree. I think Ohio State wins a national championship if they play LSU that year, but I'm not going to say by 30.
Berm, appreciate the
double
time.
Digits though.
Thanks for popping on with us.
I think double digits. Give me 10.5.
How many people are still at your house fixing your well right now? Are you done for the day, or you have more?
No, we're settled.
Okay, Godspeed. Thanks, buddy. See you later.
Wonderful. See you guys. Bye.
Here goes Berm with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. If you want to hear more of Berm, you can do so. You can type in Austin and Berm on 10 TV Plus or any of your audio platforms.
It'll work.
Yeah, you guys are going to be
I'm sorry. If you want to hear Berm, you also have to hear me.
Yes, that is true.
That's the downside.
That's the very, very unfortunate downside of that whole show you got going on.
I know.
Hashtag Buckeyes is next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
For over 30 years, Schumacher Homes has been building affordable custom homes throughout the Buckeye State. Experience true customization on your land, your way, without any compromises. Come visit any of our 9 Ohio model home and design studio locations to see the latest in design trends and learn about our award-winning building process, or start online at SchumacherHomes.com. You'll be surprised how affordable a custom home will be. Schumacher Homes, proud home building sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's almost time for the inaugural 9.71 The Race.
Sponsored by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center.
Run, walk, have a beer with Common Man. Whatever strikes your fancy. Sign up today at 971therace.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know firsthand what it's like to battle through joint pain. After years of the hard hits and the wear and tear on the field, I thought pain, it was just going to be something I had to live with. Let me tell you, that's no longer the case thanks to QC Kinetics. For over 8 years, QC Kinetics has been leading the charge nationwide in non-surgical joint pain relief, helping over 50,000 patients get back to doing what they love, pain-free. Whether it's your knees, back, hips, shoulders, you pick it. If joint pain's been slowing you down, you need to hear about what Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team in Columbus are doing. They're using cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologic treatments with powerful healing properties to repair and restore damaged joint tissue. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Just real results. The kind of treatment I wish I had access to during my playing days, and now you do. Imagine this summer playing around a golf, chasing the kids, and just enjoying a walk without the pain. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-28-4544. They now have offices in Grove City and Canal Winchester.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Call the plumbing, heating, and cooling technicians at The Waterworks and header today. Call 614-232-2222. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Sounds like Berm could have called them today. Whew, that sounds like a mess. Bring your brooms. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Mitzi.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that stinks, man.
We have had just the worst 2 months that you could possibly dream of.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I don't. It's a new day.
Yeah, it is a new day.
I mean, I had this going on too. The same thing that he's been dealing with, like home life specific. Like, come back from our previous trip to Disneyland and like the car just, I don't know what, it was like the engine fell out. I don't know how to describe it. $4,000. Like,
poof, gone.
Right after vacation.
Yeah.
No.
Home stuff's the worst.
And we're in the, fortunately, we've been doing the renovations to get the basement finished, and my father-in-law is just the best and made it very easy for us. But that's also, even when we're getting a nice hand from a family member, the supplies cost money.
Yes, they do. They cost a lot.
So that's all been a lot to deal with.
Yeah, home stuff, man. Owning the home is the best until it's not. And then you have to pay for things.
Why do we have to pay for things?
I don't know. It just gets exhausting. I just
free.
feel like I'm paying for things every day. Every single day I'm using my credit card for something.
Charge it to winning.
Yeah, I guess that's all you can do. Hey, listen to this. #Buckeyes. LeBron, and his last name, James.
Who?
Yes, that LeBron. LeBron James will receive an honorary Ohio State degree this week. The Ohio State Board of Trustees meet tomorrow. It will vote to award an honorary degree to LeBron, who will receive a Doctor of Public Service degree for not just his Hall of Fame basketball career, but his impact off the court in his hometown of Akron and communities across the United States. Said born in Akron, Ohio, LeBron Raymond James Sr. is a professional basketball player. Yes, he is. Very good. Dedication to community engagement and improving the lives of children and families throughout education, opportunities, and community service. Notes from the Board of Trustees meeting read, just as he's elevated the game of basketball, LeBron has redefined philanthropy to create a revolutionary model for community building in his hometown of Akron. Good job, LeBron. Honorary Buckeye. I mean, he's feel like he's been a Buckeye for his entire life. He's obviously one of, if not the most famous Ohio State fan in the world, and now he will be receiving a degree from The Ohio State University.
Yeah, very cool that Ohio State can make that more official than it already was.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to walk very far around the shot to see LeBron shoes, LeBron logos, LeBron everywhere, this, that. And, it's not quite as apparent, although there are plenty of those logos, and the cleats have popped up in the Woody Hayes Athletic Center as well. But just a guy who, for never actually playing for Ohio State, that fandom is very well known. His involvement whenever he's asked to be involved, because I know that Ohio State doesn't want to become a nuisance, annoyance by asking for too much.
It'd be a fine line, right?
Yeah, you want to be careful with that because he's still very much somehow in his prime or at the peak of his powers. It doesn't seem to be any decline in his game, even if the health and injury stuff is maybe catching up with him a little bit. But you want him to be comfortable. You want him to be giving because he wants to, not because you're asking to, or he feels some need or burden to do so. And then when it's time, when he wants to pop up and he wants to be on the sideline for a Notre Dame game or for the rivalry game at the end of the year,
anything you want,
like whatever, you do it. And I think it's all really cool. And the fact that they found the right way to honor it, it's not like they're like, well, you know what, you can just fast forward through this and you have a general studies degree. I think they actually put some time and effort into it.
Said I have too much of a platform and too many resources not to give back in order to create change that's long term. And you can go read this in Ohio State News. They have a whole blog with him. Said it starts with you guys at your age, even younger. You guys are the future. You guys have big outreach, and you guys at The Ohio State University, one of the most prestigious colleges in the world, are highly respected. People see that Ohio State badge and they realize that name. People respect that. So that was something that came out today. I was also paying attention a little bit earlier. This is not #Buckeyes. This is more of just general interest story. You and I are big golfers. Austin, Rhyme Time, you're a big golfer over there. I'll take you to the USGA, the United States Golf Association, getting ready to host a major championship coming up at Oakmont just here in a couple of weeks, we go to the 4-ball challenge. Okay, so it's one man. It's best ball. You know, it'd be like you and I playing against Reimer and a playing partner of his. Whoever scores the best on that hole wins the match. If I make a par and Reimer makes a par, okay. That's fine. Then you don't do anything in the match. It goes to the next hole. There was a situation today in which I guess the round of 16 was going on, and the dynamic duo of Chip Brook and Mark Dahl, they were seated as 27th in this entire thing. It was the round of 16, what we were down to. Mark Dahl was playing in this by himself. Chip Brook was his playing partner, could not attend today's match because of his daughter's graduation.
Chip,
what are you doing?
Check
Talk
the
about
calendar, buddy.
The lights being too bright for you. Mark Dahl, however, the single player in this 4-ball championship, basically 2 versus 1, would go on to win his round of 16 match 2-1, which means he didn't even have to play the 18th hole. He got to the quarterfinals by himself, stood on the 18th tee box, all tied, and was defeated by a birdie in the last hole in regulation. So literally could not get his team to the semifinals of the USGA 4-ball. I saw that.
Would Chip have showed back up, do we think?
I hope so. I mean, I feel like he would have to.
He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, you're right. Find a new playing partner. But
didn't get there.
Big hats off. Buckeye leaves to Mark Dahl.
Fantastic effort from Mark. He's too good to come play
I'll tell
at
you
Marysville,
one thing.
that's for sure.
No, he's invited.
Okay.
Mark, if you're listening to this, you have an invitation waiting for you on behalf of the commissioner to go play the lovely Ridge Golf and Gardens on the 4th. On the
world
5th
famous
on
Ridge Golf and Gardens.
On the 5th of July.
It's going to be an absolute day.
I already told Meredith about that.
I mean, it's on the calendar. It's booked.
Yep.
Locked and loaded.
Good to go.
This is year number 6, Beam. Can you believe that?
Is it?
Can you?
Did I play in the inaugural one?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're one of the only ones to be in every field, I believe.
That's because, you know why?
Not afraid to be great.
I'm not afraid to be great. I'm not scared of the lights. I don't play particularly well, but I do have a good time.
We're going to...
Am I singing the national anthem again?
Absolutely. You're singing the national anthem.
All right, good.
I don't know if we're going to have any Canadians in the field or not.
No?
I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed yet.
Oh,
we typically do have one. Dual citizen.
Chris, if you're listening right now, come on.
You can't miss it, Chris. No. I don't think he would miss it. But, you know, we're in the infancy.
Getting excited for the Memorial Tournament next week.
I'm pumped. Getting back from Texas on Wednesday, so just in time. But, again, I don't know if I have a credential. So we're going to wait. I can certainly buy a ticket. Yeah. I do get annoyed at the buying the weekly badges stuff.
Let me go on Saturday.
I don't know.
You know enough people over there.
I don't know.
You can get in wherever you want over there.
I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions.
Rhyme Time's got a credential. He's going over.
Is it already in your possession?
No, it's in none of our possessions.
Okay. Well, that's why I haven't heard.
I haven't heard that I have one, and I'm doing a show out there, so I would think that I would have one, but I'm not exactly 100% certain.
Well, see, last year was great because we had like one Nicholas wristband that we left a little bit loose but she just needed to get in the gate. Yep. And then we took turns going in to the hospitality suite. Then I had the credential. So I got in and I took Liberty multiple days and she gets in free. So it was like credential, boom, lib covered, kids pass.
Yeah, you're fine.
Nicholas badge, boom. That was true Ward teamwork.
Austin, I had so much fun with you this week. Have a great time in Texas, all right? We'll talk to you in the future.
All right. Bye.
Everybody have an awesome night. DeVere's back with us tomorrow. We will take you to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Reds and the Pirates are tied right now in a thrilling 0-0 game at the top of the 6th. Talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a good night. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here at The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Dude, I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen.
That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway.
Exactly. Song of the summer. Here comes the drop. Crisp, fruity flavors like the limited time Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And just 89 cents for any size with Speedy Rewards? That's a summer hit.
I'm not sure you know how songs work.
The convenience stores of Speedway. Hold on. You gotta hear how it ends. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town.properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great